Okay, so actually I get to taste some of their special flavors. This is exciting and it's exciting all right. And this is one that is much stronger than the other one that should be as strong. It's very mushroomy and it's mushroomy okay. It has some milkiness in it and there are no heeness in it. This is your favorite. Hello, back into your right. So yummy look at this. So this looks extraordinary. We have to look at the colors and normal dark browns, red brown, and we have to recreate this. Fantastic zebra-like designs. They want to be like the chocolatiers of Whoa. And this is an edit. So many different flavors that want to get into a full piece, and I just made it as big as nuts, two T-nuts, and delicious things and other gourmet hamburgers, vegan of course, and chop chop. No mushrooms, and instead of the halal, we get a chat down with Halloween, Thanksgiving, trick or treating, and some of us would be disappointed, hell yeah. Instead of serving, which would be alcohol in an array of different microdoses, champagne, oh yeah, party favorites, genuine headlight with a fantastic alternative to alcohol. There would be no violence and people would be warm with each other and don't understand why our society is in a disposition favoring alcohol above all. So this topic, I always get off topic. Get rating to this into yeah. 10, why would you assume innate? I give it a 10 out of 10 with some skeleton heads, dead heads, and decadence above the natural flavoring that they bring in right after that. Normal mushroom or tinctures that would adjust to the natural vibes of not gagging it down and forcing it. Yeah, yeah, a lot of you guys know this microdosing coffee. You mean you and me together, always be together, chocolate, chocolate squared. Tasty treats at the same time, you don't have to measure it out. Yeah, it's more exciting that way. But I also like when I take my vitamins or vitamins, I take the multivitamins and just like sweet and easy to, yeah, multivitamins and gummies, my daily microdoses and chocolates. Basically, I'm starting to feel things, whether I'm feeling my stomach churning, burpy sounds, and technical sounds of the body. So, which one would be considered a favorite, highest rating? It would be that. And strawberry filled yogurt, Chobani, white chocolate Chobani would be my go to if it was V. And down to the Z, you can record and see if any effects manifest, and you can lead and start your dripping nose exit. Oh god. If you're okay with the key, it's sang in. What kind of feelings are you talking about? Whether or not those loaded questions affect you, you have to go with the flow and immediately go deep in, dig, and feel the vibrations on your skin. It's more sensitive than when it warped and went wow, wow, wow. I'm almost seeing them, especially looking at the lights where the lights are. Intense at the urge of my cheeks, making me feel like I want to smile, and the muscles feel like there's an extra tug on the face, pulling it into a smile, and it almost looks like I'm happy. And on that side, I don't know. It's healthy. Oh, like a miracle, making people that are tripping look like they're having a blast. And it looks like they want to smile, but they can't because they're in so much pain. You know, self fulfilling prophecies, smiling and feeling happy. If you do it, the muscles make your brain remember the way they produce hormones that quickly bring up the serotonin. And it's not actually the dopamine rush and bringing some kind of intention in the long haul. Not like Grams is into that. Not that big of a deal, but it can totally debilitate people in a couple of hours. We know that you actually have a gram and you can be on different levels and not actually knowing what you can get into by being this strong and feeling that things are moving very quickly. You having an empty stomach and you don't know what to make of it. So the universe, it's vocalizing you're breathing life and you're no longer in a pleasant state. You're in a very harsh light. It's not ideal. What's ideal is focusing on things that are pleasant, quiet, and when you close your eyes, then you realize that it's all visuals, like blob like things, and you know what you're talking about. You like the sandworm, and you like the dunes. You don't know what you're talking about, and there's a pre screen before the DMT gets released in the gut. You understand what you mean, Rumi. It sneaks through the little hole like a roller coaster from another dimension, and it's demure, and Sandworm will be epic, like a Sandworm Draven itself and AI. Get to it right. The Sandworm, you understand the metaphor. It's like mushrooms being strapped to a rocket on LSD, being at the controls. I don't know if I necessarily agree with this statement, but the individual relativity, dramatic differences between the people, I don't know what they're talking to. And now you kind of forced me into one yes. And my hands behind my back launches me into an iPod kind of relaxed position, like the Shizlong posture, master of deflecting responsibility. I just did this instead of putting it on her, and chocolate mushrooms, you're talking about tasting the atamin. No, no, because you keep going, you keep microdosing, and you're manipulating yourself into having a tripus. And I'm hearing this is very clear. I'm going to have a grand total of super uncomfortable, definitely moving location set here long enough. Go do yourself work. And don't spend time with people who you talk to and that don't talk back at you. Because in effect, your face is looking more round, your eyes look like yum yum yum, light features and corners are less sharp, you look more ape like. Okay, ma'am. That's a long time to listen to you expanding your mind and not knowing how much of it to keep in the practice and what you call it, Vipassana, perchine talks, and the birds on a perch. No matter what they have to say, it's complete silence in time, and then they chit chatter, they chirrup chirrup. The yes, it's a big ordeal. She's a capsule woman, and she waits until the next tact of listening and responds after that. It's not really about responding, it's about saying and empathizing with the not wanting to spend your time, your whole life in these delegation talks and really trying to mimic to it's like an effective communication tool like with people who are like me and have a horrible communication pattern that don't argue well. They break and they wouldn't be able to actually sit there for a long period of minutes, hours, time. Good trust building exercises, reprogramming the old communication skills and lack of skills to reprogram patterns and forge new ones. Knives and beards. Grim. Yes, you're right, dwarf. So she often talks more than I do, and her pupils go big, and then people like her more. You know, we